Hello, colors, and welcome to Viva Barca. Welcome to another interesting episode where we are going to be discussing on the latest as usual. We start with this transfer story claiming that Barcelona are currently facing competition from Inter Milan, Bayern, Atletico Madrid for the signing of this French winger Marcos Thuram. We are going to be discussing on that as we progress. Then secondly, talking about Sergio Roberto, as it has been reported that Barcelona have reached a 2-year extension agreement with the Spanish defender. We are also going to be discussing on that. So guys, before we get right into it, please do ensure to subscribe, turn on the post bell notification to always stay notified whenever I post a new video. Consider liking the video and please watch right up to the very end. According to a report by Sport, Barcelona are not alone in their pursuit of Borussia Mönchengladbach ace Marcos Thuram. They will face competition from Bayern Munich and Inter Milan, with both teams interested in signing the winger on a free transfer. 4 years after initially signing, Thuram will leave Gladbach on a free transfer in the summer, and the same was pretty much confirmed by the club's director Roland Vickers, who said, "We have to accept that there are bigger clubs where Marcus might go." For Barcelona, the Frenchman could serve as a two-way solution to their problems. One, with Ansu Fati and Ferran Torres misfiring, the left wing has become a problem for Xavi. Not only could Thuram fill in perfectly as a replacement or competition for the Spanish duo, but his ability to play as a centre-forward means he would be an ideal long-term replacement for Robert Lewandowski. Further, arriving on a Bosman move, he would not put a dent in Barcelona's wallet, which seems to be under fire already. With 11 goals and 3 assists in 20 appearances in the Bundesliga, Thuram is one of the most prolific forwards in the Bundesliga this season. He has just 4 goals less than Barcelona's very own Lewandowski. With Barcelona facing competition from Inter, Bayern, and Atletico for him, it seems they are still the favorites to sign him, thanks to his father, Lilian Thuram, who played for Barcelona. Marcos himself went through the FC Barcelona Escola as a young star. "If you give me the contract, if you have it, I'll sign it. The important thing is that Marcos continues to grow as a footballer, but it would be a dream," Lilian Thuram said when asked about the possibility of his son signing for Barca. So as it stands, the 25-year-old can sign a pre-agreement with a club of his choice. However, Barcelona will need to sort out their finances and registration problem before tabling a formal offer for the player. So Barcelona continue to show interest in Marcos Thuram as they also look for a new winger for next summer. Thuram has been exceptional this season for the Bundesliga side Mönchengladbach, scoring a lot of goals, 11 goals so far this season in the Bundesliga. And it is no secret that many clubs apart from Barca are also showing interest in Marcos Thuram. Of course, Thuram have been doing so well, has been a rising star, and Barcelona are really facing competition for him. From bigger clubs like Bayern and Atletico, the competition is really tight. But as I said earlier, this guy coming to Barca will also be like a double-edged sword because Thuram can play both the left wing and the centre-forward position. The left wing and the centre-forward position. The left wing, we all know that the left wing for Barca is one of our weak points, with Ansu Fati not being able to do well there. Ferran Torres also misfiring at that left wing position, but we saw what he did when he went to his best position on the right. So yeah, so Barcelona are also strongly considering Marcos Thuram because he's a guy who is also versatile in front. He can play the left and the centre forward. We all know Barca also looking for a new centre forward, a very young centre forward if possible, because we know Lewandowski has no backup. As it stands, we've been linked with Victor Roque for the longest time now, who is a centre forward by trade, and Barcelona will be considering highly at the end of the season. So Marcos Thuram continued to be monitored by Barca strongly as one of the players that they might target in the summer transfer window. So it remains to be seen if Barcelona can beat the likes of Bayern, Atletico, and so on and so forth to the signing of Marcos Thuram. But we all know that financially we can't even beat many clubs now. Many other times we have been linked and show a lot of interest in a certain player, but you discover that Barca will lost in the race because of what? Because of the financial stability. Because financially we can't fight with other clubs. That thing have really cost Barca a lot in many transfers, since the club was suffering with a lot of financial issues. So let's see if actually Barca can really, really go for this guy, whose father is his agent as well. His father, Lilian Thuram, is also very, very happy with the Barca lanes. As we can see from his statement, he said it will be a dream come true if his son ever plays for FC Barcelona. So moving on to the next story of discussion, Barcelona have reached a contract renewal agreement with Sergio Roberto, according to reports by Sport. The Spaniard will sign a one-year extension with an option to extend it for another year, depending on some variables. All Barcelona need to know or to do now is finalize a date on the contract before Roberto signs the deal, and it could be finalized in the coming weeks, depending on the club's registration issues. Roberto was offered a contract extension earlier this year with a salary cut, but he declined it. However, he accepted the next offer the club tabled for him with better terms. Xavi has been all praise for Roberto in press conferences. Roberto was on target for Barcelona yesterday night when they registered a 2-0 win over Cadiz, and then also assisted Robert Lewandowski. Following the game, Xavi said that Roberto has been one of the most unfairly criticized players in Barca's history. He said, I see Sergio Roberto in training, doing well in matches, and yet still he is always criticized. I don't know how. He is a bigger Barca fan than the flag itself. I saw it with Marchena in the national team too. The most unfair criticisms that I have ever seen in my career, he said. With Hector Bellerin leaving Barca in January, Roberto is the only natural right back fit in that position for Xavi, even though he has largely played as a second fiddle to Jules Koundé. That said, he will likely start in midfield against Manchester United in the Europa League second leg on Thursday. Of course, just like how he started the game against Cadiz in midfield. I think in midfield, Roberto even did better than how he plays on the right hand side, or let me say on the right back side. Honestly speaking, Roberto is a versatile player, yes, but I don't think that guy is best playing right back. Honestly, he has never convinced any Barca fan. People have been criticizing him, and you can hear Xavi himself saying that he's always surprised why he's always criticized. Honestly, I'm always surprised why Xavi is so fond of this guy. Many people are asking, what is Roberto doing exceptional that Xavi just think he is a player that deserves to be? Like, I don't still understand. Because for me, Xavi's words make no sense. There's nothing like the most criticized unfairly. What does he mean unfairly criticized? We watch the football. We don't criticize players for the sake of criticizing. Roberto is not the player right now to be playing for this club. Roberto has passed his prime. I'm sorry, but out of a sudden, he's still 31, but he has passed his prime. So I don't think all this thing, now extending his contract for 2 years, what sense does that make? All because of Xavi and his personal love for him. So guys, with that, we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time. Bye-bye.